Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Well, you did some real fun research for today.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm here because, well, it's the start of March, and we ended Black History Month, and we've started Women's History Month. It's the start of Women's History, because you can't talk about black people without women going, what about us too? You know what I mean? So they have their month follows right after. It's longer, of course, 31 days you have, opposed to the 28. So I thought we could, and since I don't know, did you discuss your murder thing? You're no longer on. I was disappointed to hear that.
It's really disappointing.
Well, because I've decided we could reflect on female serial killers.
Oh, that's cool. I actually would love a show based on female murderers. Then I think I'd be less afraid because I'm so
murder.
That's from my show.
Men who are generally killing women, so I'm afraid that it's going to happen to me. You understand?
Yeah. So
it's always
when
women.
you got on your murder kick, was it like other women who get on theirs? Meaning like they flick their beans to it and everything? They were all about it, these women.
Wait, do I masturbate to murder shows? No,
figuratively.
Sicko. No, I don't. I get scared. I get traumatized. I think about the show a lot, and that's why. But I liked it for a minute. Yeah, in the beginning it was tittillating. Definitely.
You were only into it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it was titillating in the beginning. Definitely.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe we'll get you back into it here.
Back into it.
So we can't have this topic of conversation without discussing Eileen Wuornos.
Oh, I know her. I love her. She's monster.
I know
She's
her.
monster.
I love her.
She's great.
Let's go. Let's rewind. I know her. I love her.
I'm a huge fan of
great,
hers.
she says.
Yeah.
What do you like about her?
Well, I like how Charlize Theron plays her in Monster. She's like, "Oh, you fucking bitch!" Like she flips on a dime, which is funny. And
Do you know what's really fucked me up, that movie? Like, I can't look at Charlize Theron and be like, that's an attractive woman anymore.
Because she played Eileen.
Yeah, because my introduction to her was Monster.
That's how you first
So I
saw
still
her.
see her.
Wow.
Yeah.
As the monster.
I don't know. Charlize looks amazing.
No, of
still
course, but
pretty.
I still see Monster.
Yeah. But look at her 2020. Like,
she's
look at her, like,
perfect.
type in the year, you know?
It just puts my brain in a pretzel because she's all like, I'm a fucking ugly. Do you
look at
think
this
that she
broad.
took a role from an ugly person there?
For sure she did.
That's called beauty privilege.
Yes.
Point of
For sure.
personal privilege.
But-
ScarJo can't play a tranny, but she can play an ugly person?
Wow.
I don't like it.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Wolf, right?
She put on like 40 pounds.
I know.
and-
Of makeup or?
No. Fat.
She gained weight and everything for
and what
it.
I liked about
But she's also a tremendous actress.
She's amazing.
course.
And what I like about Eileen Wuornos is that she went after men who victimized women. She went after, right?
Right.
Like
she was,
John's?
according to her, she was the judge, jury, and executioner of these men's fates. So I guess you'd have to decide, is she a worthwhile person to make such judgment calls on these types of men? But yeah, she did claim self-defense on most of them, or on at least one of them. And I think it stuck on one of them because she only got charged for 6 of the 7 people she murdered.
How did she kill?
She did all sorts of different
right?
things.
Didn't she shoot
Guns.
people?
I think she stabbed a couple people too.
Cool.
Yeah.
But she died. She was executed, of course, in Florida.
State
yeah.
of Florida, yeah.
When did she get executed?
I don't remember
while
the
ago.
year, but I think she wasn't the first. That would be our next contestant.
Oh, wait, are we playing a
true
dating
pioneer.
It is kind of a dating
And the
game.
next bachelorette for Tom is...
This is Judias, a.k.a. Judy Buenoano.
Oh.
Who, by the way, that last name there, the guy she murdered a bunch of people. Her husband, her son, her boyfriend,
dear.
the subsequent boyfriend.
Oh, dear.
So she kept getting boyfriends somehow.
Real? I don't know who this is.
Well,
Wow.
her Judy Goodyear was her name when she murdered her husband, and she changed her name to Buenoano,
Hilarious.
which I don't even think translates properly, right? Am I wrong? I mean, it's a bastardized way to translate it.
Yeah, it's it would in Spanish you would reverse it. You'd say año bueno, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's no such thing as bueno año.
Yeah. So
What a stupid dummy, bitch. Huh?
yeah, well, she did that, and
Her name was Judy Goodyear,
yeah.
and she's like, there's a real stink to that name. I'm gonna,
Yeah, she murdered the husband.
I'm gonna change it up.
How did she murder the husbands?
Well, and this is why she's a true pioneer. Not only was she the first person murdered in the state of Florida, the first female, I should say, executed in the state of Florida, but she really kind of did the whole arsenic thing before everybody else. Where she was poisoning their
Wow.
food.
A real pioneer.
Yes, a true
Wow.
I mean, how many copycats have come since?
And that's how most of these people died. The husband, the son.
all these people. They all became terminally and severely ill. It was later found out that they all had arsenic in their system after the last one, where they were like, this is weird. All these people are getting really sick around this lady.
Yeah.
We can't figure it out. Her son, she poisoned to the point of he was paralyzed.
Oh my
And she was like, this arsenic's not working. So she took him on a canoe ride and then was like, whoops, and tipped it over. And then he sunk to the bottom because he,
He's paralyzed.
Yeah. So and he had braces and shit on.
It sucks when your mom does that to you.
yeah. If there's one person you can go on a canoe ride with paralyzed, it's your mom.
Usually
you'd
mom.
think.
Yeah.
So
I gotta tell you, looks like a nice lady here.
she does. She looks.
She's got a little smile.
yeah. She looks like the lunch lady.
Oh yeah, she's the
Did she ever? Was it ever revealed like why she was murdering everybody? Like, does she have any?
She didn't have. The motives weren't because it came later in life, and she still denied it, and then she was convicted of it. No one really.
Also in Florida?
Yeah. She was the first
Well,
executed in Florida, first ever.
I'd be safe to. It's probably safe to say her wires are crossed.
Yeah, it's something like that because she kept murdering her boyfriends. She would get another boyfriend, which is, you go like, oh, you were married. That's cool. What happened?
Yeah.
And then
he died.
Yeah.
So did my son and my other ex-boyfriend.
She had to murder one of the boyfriends because he started picking up on some discrepancies.
Oh, so arsenic is a slow grind.
Yeah, you put it in a little bit in the food, a little bit in the.
Starts to poison you.
She didn't even do it that like more people started doing it later. Like different ways, like they put it in their soup or whatever. Mm-hmm. She did it she gave special pills. So she didn't even cloak it that much. They were like, sure, give me your special pills.
What does this do? Oh, it just makes your dick hard.
Yeah, no, it's because these are my special pills. So they all fell for that shit, which is wild.
I would kill you slowly like that too, but not with arsenic because it's detectable in an autopsy.
Now we've learned because of the Judy here.
Oh, great.
Thank you, Judy.
How would you do it slowly?
Judy Buenoano. I'd use some kind of a chemical undetectable by autopsy.
Okay, and do you have anything in mind, or are you just going to do all
No,
your
I
research?
don't have anything in mind
yet. You're going to Google it with Nadav?
Yes, of
What
course.
chemical can I get that's undetectable?
I don't know.
And
But I
Don't worry, Christina, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
8 years later when he gets the result.
But what's interesting about the difference between Judy and Eileen is that Judy is the physical stuff of like, I'm going to come up to a man and shoot him and stab him.
Well, yes, it's the violence.
Yes.
Difference.
Way
Big
more
difference.
violence.
And the motives, because like you said, Eileen had a bit of a righteous motive in terms of like, these are bad men, these are Johns.
But these are men that are paying you for a service, and you're just going to kill them?
Of course.
So rude. It's so rude.
You want to see a violent one?
I didn't know
we got
it's
this
women's.
next lady, who's also of Latino descent or Latina, Juana Barraza, who is a Mexican wrestler.
She looks like she's not fucking around.
No, she was extraordinarily violent, and perhaps you can translate this bit of Spanish for me. They called her Mata Viejitas. It's MATAVIEJITAS, which I understand to be translated to little old lady killer.
Yeah, I mean, sort of.
These are just what they've referred to her as, because she murdered about 24 to 49 somewhere in the range of old ladies.
Old ladies?
No, that means that translates to kills old ladies.
Okay.
Kills old ladies.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's what they just called her the little old lady killer in American.
So now did she do it for financial gain?
She stole their possessions.
Yeah.
But after a while, I mean, it was just for the
Was she doing it down there in Mexico?
Yes. And she was convicted and everything in Mexico.
Now,
they don't execute, do they?
No. She has 759 years in prison, so she could get out.
Get out. Yep.
Back on the streets.
Now, do these women sexually assault their victims? A lot of men primarily sexually assault or
Not
do
this
something
one.
weird.
It doesn't seem. There was no evidence that she did that.
Like
she just
torturing.
strangled them and beat them to death.
She did?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Strangled and beaten. Like no
That's
weapons
very
used.
violent.
Yeah,
That's extremely
extraordinarily violent.
Yeah.
And lots of them.
And then just steal their shit.
Yeah. Purses,
she did this 24 to 48 people?
24 to 49 somewhere.
That
we
is
don't know.
super savage.
But
and you definitely don't see this normally with women.
No.
No.
But she was a wrestler and she was...
But it does make sense. Like
legit psycho.
if you had to pick a victim, the elderly, kind of a perfect target, no?
I mean, they're on their way. They can't fight back.
Very low effort.
Yeah.
They're like you said, they're on their way. I mean, how much do you really have to beat an old lady?
It's really, it's what animals do in the wild. They look for the old and the sick, and that's what they target.
That's true.
When you see a cheetah, a lion that's like perfectly healthy and hunting, they don't go after the big water buffalo. They go after the one with the limp. They're like, let's fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
Eat that.
Makes sense.
So she's just a predator out there.
Good for
Natural
her.
selection, you know?
700 years in prison.
Yeah, 759. So
759. So that's big
Don't
760th year. Can't wait, baby.
Yeah.
See you in fucking 270.
yeah.
She just went in 2006, so she's got about 244 years left, 744 years left.
Okay.
So I think we could see her again someday.
Might
that.
see her. Might see
So
her again.
this last one, you want to pull her
I
up.
love
Yeah,
this
yeah.
segment, Josh.
Yeah,
this
this is really good.
finally women are getting the recognition they deserve.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
And just like when you have women get their recognition, you have to include newly transitioned women as well.
Yeah.
You know,
They
Very
always
pretty.
want to steal our thunder, you know.
this is where it's going to become a sticky wicket for
Is this
women.
Beat?
Because this is Beat, I think is how you pronounce it. Formerly dead name Wolfgang
Okay.
is when he committed or she committed this crime. So, well, this is where my brain gets in a pretzel. If you transition and you have a dead name, that person, Wolfgang, committed the crimes. That person's dead.
Right.
Beat didn't do shit.
Oh,
Right.
interesting. So in the
Interesting.
legal world.
Maybe that's a good way to get out of
I mean,
things.
how do you? Don't you think she
You mean
should
when
be let out of jail?
Tom did that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That is it's a legal defense. I bet you it's been used.
And what did Beat, formerly Wolfgang, do?
She murdered 5 women and an infant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where?
They called. I think I don't know exactly what. Oh, in Germany or someplace.
Okay.
Foreign. But they called her the Pink Giant because of her size.
She's
Very
pretty big?
tall
Oh.
woman.
Yeah.
And man, I'm all sorts of pretzeled up with this
Yeah, I see
case
that.
here. But often would wear pink lingerie when committing their crimes.
Ah.
And the way that Beat here was caught wasn't for the could have very well gotten away with the murders, but was caught publicly masturbating with a pink bra on, and that's where things started connecting the dots. You see, after they were in custody.
That's how it happens.
Wild.
I always say, be careful where you masturbate, because it could lead to
If
you
you're
getting
gonna
convicted
masturbate
of your murders.
if you're gonna masturbate in public, don't have skeletons in your closet.
Wow.
So she was killing women and children.
Just
Wow.
5 women and 1 child.
Just five.
Just 5.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So very just.
And wait,
mentally-
I'm sorry, did I miss?
transitioned in prison, by the way.
In prison.
Oh.
Do we know, do you know the motive? Sorry, was it to steal?
I
or-
don't. I think it was to steal. They didn't say in the things I could see real quick, but I think it was just pure
You know what happens?
sport again.
I can kind of roll with these stories. You know, when someone's killing women, killing men. As soon as I hear that they killed an infant,
Yeah.
immediately I go, knucklehead, you know?
Done.
Yeah,
Like,
real-
there's no need to be
real
a knucklehead.
doofus.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Real rascal.
Yeah.
but yeah, I had
I
to
agree.
include Beat here.
I might even go as far to say it's a goofball, you know? Yeah.
Well, and also I imagine transitioning in prison not easy. You don't have access to good makeup or medicine or hormones, so it's.
I don't know.
gonna
That
be
makeup
tough
job
for
looks
her.
pretty good.
That's not.
That's like Kool-Aid
Uh,
on her lips, right? Like that's how they do it in prison.
I mean, a
know.
stylist would help, and they don't let you have them in prison.
right. I
you
mean,
know?
Caitlyn Jenner had the best of the best
Yeah.
working on her.
Yeah, and even that, you're like, you could probably.
Step it
But I
up.
will say, Beat here,
that person
lightest
again.
sentence,
Oh, light sentence?
lightest of them all by a mile.
Stop it.
15 years in a psychiatric
15
ward.
years?
Oh, so she was
Okay.
really kooky shoes. She was
Yeah.
really far gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's good. She needs help. So,
Yeah. That's
Wow.
wow.
So
And by
I mean,
the way,
lesson out there if you're gonna serial kill, maybe take the Beat route.
take the beat route. And
change your you mean transition afterwards? so
Yeah,
that
I
they
think it's
can't-
just a smart way to go about it. After.
Going to the psych ward's definitely
so.
a win. That is
Yeah.
a win.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
would do
big
just
win.
about anything if I got convicted of a crime to go to the psych ward.
Absolutely.
That's true. So that's not a bad idea. So when I kill a bunch of women and children, then I'm like, I'm a guy, and then they have to put
and
me.
maybe, just like I said, maybe because Wolfgang, the dead name, did this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now we can get a new trial for Beat.
Right.
That's
and maybe
true.
that's what gets you in the psych ward. Is you're like, I didn't do this. My old persona did.
Exactly.
You know?
And I wasn't my
Pretty cool.
fully formed self.
But we wouldn't be being who we want to be if we didn't wrap this up by once again pointing out Happy Women's History Month.
Happy
Exactly.
Women's History Month, Tom. Hi, Jeans. Did you like that highlight? Well, you can watch an entire episode here or more highlights here, but definitely subscribe here. That way you can, get the latest videos as they drop. For real, 4 strokes.